stand up too. Please help me welcome my good friend, the best investors I know, the best developer I know, Michael Cherwayia.
All right, thank you. Thank you too.
Thank you, bud.
All right, okay. That's been too? Okay.
Yeah, just.
All right, how you guys doing tonight? Awesome? Okay. I know that you're here to learn how to make money, right? It's all about money, right? Just one thing you get to know. Money is not everything. Money is almost everything. Okay? That's so we do a lot of I do a lot of land developments up here in Oklahoma. So I come here just for tonight. Tomorrow I'll go back to Oklahoma because I'm land down there too. So my goals tonight is to really, I'm a insurance broker and real estate developers. I do a lot of the real estate here in Oklahoma. I also own a insurance company, and right now I also co-own the electrician company too. Yeah, my brother is a master electrician in here too, so he also owns electrician. So those of you who need to get in contact with me. The couple things about generational wealth, I'm very passionate about generational wealth. How many of you passionate about generational wealth? We all should. Okay? We all should leave something behind for our children and grandchildren and for many generations. And so we learn how to create wealth and then how to grow the wealth. And once we grow the wealth, we need to learn how to protect the wealth too, right? If we don't, someone else can get it. And then once protect the wealth, make sure you share your wealth with people who are less fortunate. Sponsor students. I do a lot of sponsor students in Laos and Thailand. Yeah. So a lot of kids there get to go to school because it doesn't cost me a lot of money, like $2,000 per kid per year. It's not a lot of money. But we spend $2,000 like in the blink of the eye, right? Yeah. So why some people have more and some people have less? So we all have 24 hours a day. It's all about timing. Time management is the best thing that we need to do. So a lot of people complain that I don't have time. I said, no, we all have the same 24 hours a day. No more, no less. Not a second more, not a second less. Can get this thing work? Oh, so just slow. So how many of you know the 45-year plan? What is 45-year plan? Well, they started from year 20. When you reach age 20, you're starting to work. You work until you're 65. It's 45 years plan. And unfortunately, a lot of people didn't make it by the time they reach 65. They retire broke. Right? If you look at the numbers here, it said 30% still working at age 65. And 54% flat broke when they reach age 65. And it's only 5% die before age 65. And 4% are financially fit. And 1% are financially wealthy. And to become the financially fit, you only need $100,000 passive income per year. The financial wealthy is about what? $300,000 residual income per year. They become financially wealthy. The number is big, but it's not that it cannot be rich. It's reachable. We all can make it happen. Some of us are going to be that in that 1 or 4%. Who can get this one to work? Better just like this. There you go. And the rich are richer, the poor are poor, because the rich they know how to set goals. Goal setting is one of the best things in people's life. You gotta learn how to set goals. There's 90% of the people have goals, they don't have goals. 90% of the people don't have goals. And 5% of people have goals, but only in their brain. They never write it down. So tomorrow they may not remember. Maybe 5 years from now, oh yeah, I used to think that way. Right? And only 5% of the people, right, they go down, so those are the people who actually make it out there. So become the 5% of the people that, right, they go down. Because I write my goals down every year. We call it New Year resolution. If you do that every year, you know, you kind of know what goal you actually achieve for that year, the past years. So goal setting is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Anthony Robbins. How many of you actually listen to Anthony Robbins? Anthony Robbins. He's good, right? Yeah. I actually met him in Austria. Austria. The day you take complete responsibility for yourself is the day you stop making excuses. Otherwise, you're going to make a lot of excuses. See, today you don't make excuse, you come here. So especially you learn something. Learning something is better than learning nothing. Yeah. And also, if you cannot afford to wait, right, you cannot afford to wait for the perfect conditions. There is no such thing as perfect conditions. The day they make that sacrifice, that's the day of perfect conditions. This thing work. Oh, how many of you think that you have a second chance? How many of you actually think you have a second chance? Some do, but most of the time we don't have a second chance. Because you don't take the opportunity, you don't do what you need to do now, tomorrow you will regret. 10 years from now, you're going to regret. I could have done that. I could have. Right? Yeah. So I want you to find something that you're really passionate about it. Something you're passionate about it, it could say the concept to bring you to the next level. Now, because my thing is different from yours. My need is different from your need. My interest is different from yours. So find something that you have passion about. Remember earlier we talked about I'm a financial advisor, our own insurance company. And this one was shared with you. How many of you heard the Rule 72? Rule 72, how many of you heard the Rule 72? Only a few of you? Okay. The Rule 72 was founded by the scientist called Albert Einstein, that crazy science, right? He said if you have $1 million, and if you get the $1 million to your family, probably be gone by 3-4 years. Because they're going to spend all the money for all the fun stuff, all the crazy stuff. But if you could put that money into a trust fund, and let's say only earn 8% return on your money. And you say, Mr. Banker, my trust fund, you get 5% of the interest of the 8% of my family live on the 5% interest every year. And let my account grow at 3% every year. Rule 72, you divide 72 by 3% equal 24. Meaning every 24 years, your money will double. Is that awesome? Every 24 years, the money will double. If you look at the number, year one, started $1 million. Year 24 years later, right? It's $2 million. All the way to 193 years, that's $256 million. Imagine your grandkids live on 5% of $256 million every year, and plus 3% every year. Is that an awesome thing? Yeah. So never think about ourselves. You have to really think about the grandkids. See, a lot of people are so selfish. They only think about themselves, but they gave birth. If we only think about ourselves, don't give birth to kids, because they're going to suffer financially later. So we need to prepare for them. Not our kids, but our grandkids. 193 years later, they live on $256 million. Is that a good money? Yes. So much for that. I just want to share the Rule 72 to highlight something. But I believe in life there are 3 types of people. The vision, the wait in the sea, and the doer. Vision will never get to where they want to be. The wait and see, the procrastinate, right? and they can always wait. See, years ago, I talked to a lot of my friends and said, let's do this together. They said, no, Michael, I don't have the experience. I don't have the skills. I said, it's okay. We work together. 10 years later, I asked them again. They said, Michael, you're already too far. We cannot catch up. So when we're 20 years later, they probably is going to say the same thing. Because the wait and the see, right? Yeah. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I can testify. A friend of mine, Winter was over there. He can testify. In 2020, when I went to Oklahoma just to buy land for recreations, when I got down there, I saw gold. I saw gold in land. So I brought my wife home. The next day, I went back to Oklahoma by myself. Yeah, I've been there for 3 years. My wife and I, we hardly together. She's Minnesota, I'm down there. She's here taking a business up here. I'm down there doing business down there. Because I saw gold down there. I'll show you the gold down there. Tony Gaskins said, if you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to build your dream for them. Is that so true? It is. If we don't build our dream, someone will hire us to build their dream. There's one, I saw what was on the Facebook said, because the guy saw the boss drive a very nice sports car. And the guy said, boss, you have a nice car. What the boss said, can you work harder so I get a better one next time? You just need to work harder so I get a better one next time. Because the employee, built his dream for him. Is that true? Yeah. Oh, we all have 8 coins in our life. Each coin represents 10 years old. So how old are you right now? You use that many coins already. Like me, I use, 5 coins already. Almost 60, I'm 59. I'm gonna use 6 coins. So I only have 2 coins left, right? And my last coin, I just wait to die. So I only have 1 coin left. So we gotta work harder. Is it scary? Let's talk about land. Land development. This is goal. I'm into Oklahoma. The year 2020, I went down there to buy land for recreation because I love recreation. I love to spend time out there, campsite. I don't hunt, I don't kill, but I love recreations. So I went down there to buy land, 2 pieces of land. I saw 2 pieces of land. I went down there. By the time I got there, down there, they said the land sold. Then I said, what's going on, right? And then I met a friend of mine. His name is Fong Cha, and we talked about it. And then I spent a day with him, and I thought, wow, there's gold here. So I took my wife home. The next day, I went back to Oklahoma. I lived down there for 3 years, 4 years now. It's been fun. So if you see a piece of land, what do? There's always a way to make money in land, because we cannot make land. We cannot create land. You can buy land, sell land. I used to buy land in Minnesota here too. I bought land, recreational land from a friend. He did exactly what I did here, but at that time I wasn't thinking about it. So I did. I bought this land here, this land here. I didn't buy this land. Okay. Yeah, this land, I didn't buy this land. It was land belonged to a friend of mine. There's a couple of things you can do in land development. Around there, I talked to a friend of mine. I say, you have a piece of land. You want to sell it? How much you want for it? He told me his price. And then because I'm a real estate developer, real estate brokers, I know land, right? I know pricing. So okay, will you allow me to sell the land and give me the right to survey the land? So I'll survey the land the way I want it. I'll market the land. When I sell it, I give you your money to you. I keep the rest. So this piece of land, I didn't own it. Was belonged to a friend of mine. I make quite a good fortune. I make about $100,000 in this land here. And I didn't own the land. I spent about $25,000 for the road. And about $7,000 for the survey. That's it. That's out of my pocket. Is that cool? So you can do that here in Minnesota. You can do that land anywhere. You just need to hustle, talk to landowners. It can be scary too, though, because you don't know who you talk to. It's just slow. There you go. I didn't own this land either. That's not for acres. I pass it out, I serve it out, I sell them. I made my fortune, he keeps this. This piece of property, I bought it, 160 acres, cost me $270,000. I did the survey, $4,800. Cost me $276,000. I sold for $386, I made $100,000. It took me 2 months. 2 months. Yeah. It took me 2 months to sell this land. I don't have to taking care of the land. I survey it, I sell the land. 2 months to make it $100,000. This piece of land, just adjacent to the 160 acre, because I bought a house 160 acres, and then I talked to the neighbors, and neighbors say, okay, and he wanted some of the lands. I bought this 80 acres. I sold them all too. I surveyed it. I bought it for $136,000, $1,700 per acre. I spent $3,200 on the survey, $22,000 on the easement road. This is the easement. I sold for $260, made $117,000. 2 months. It's not bad, right? In 2 months? Yeah, not bad at all.
How do you know that it was 260?
I sold. It's money that I made. I sold the land already at $260,000. I sold individual track at total $260,000.
How do you know that it was 260?
How do I know?
Yeah.
I know the land and the area. Yeah. You have to really study the area. In this area, the land only but that much. If you go to the east of the Oklahoma, the land costs more. I'll show you that one too. This piece of property, I picked up about 20 acres. For $40,000, I spent $800 survey, $300 to clear some land. So it cost me $47,000. I sell $85,000. I make a profit.
So is land still like hot right now in Oklahoma? Like people
It's everywhere.
yeah, but I mean just in Oklahoma.
Right now, the Oklahoma land is not as hard as before. Yeah. But still. In here, Minnesota, anybody can work with me in Minnesota too. I'm going to do more land in Minnesota. This piece of property, I bought this property. I actually didn't buy it. I asked the sellers, give me the right to survey it, put the road in there, and I sell it. And the total money, I paid him $334,000, put $3,200 for the survey. That's what I needed to do. I just did a survey here and the survey. So it cost me $338,000. I sold for $470. The price of $132,000. And then it take me 4 months to make this money. I don't have to worry about doing dirty work. That's what I told too. I have enough in the rental property. You know, people call me middle of the night, right? I used to own property in Milwaukee. In the middle of the night, a lady called me, Mr. Michael, what do I do? Somebody knock on my door. I said, don't call me, call the police. I'm in Minnesota. Don't call me, call the police. Okay, I'll call the police. It's crazy, right? Yeah. So I have enough of the rent single unit rental properties. I saw almost single unit before the market crash. Back and forth doesn't work. Okay. This piece of property is over at Locust Grove in Oklahoma. I pick up this 80 acres. It was sold to a friend of mine for $320,000. They didn't close it, so I asked him. He gave it to me for $290,000. And I spent $3,000 for the survey, $22,000 for the easement road right here. And so the total is $350,000 I paid for it. I sold for $319,000. I made probably $4,000 because I keep track too. That's my house right here. So my profit is my land. That's about $119,000. Yeah. So I built my house in here. Almost done it, and I just sold it too. Yeah, I just sold this property. I haven't closed yet. Going to close soon. And I sold this property for a friend of mine. And now I'm resell the property. And I sold this property to a friend of mine, and now I resell this property too. So sometimes it's good to be broker too, right? So my profit on this property is my land. And they call it, the value is about $119,000. So land developments. How do we do land development? How do you proceed? How to do it from here? First of all, find the land. Need to find the land, and then talk to. If you like it, you survey. You scout the land if you like it, and this depend on what you want to do with the land. And then talk to the county. I do recreation land. So I talk to the county. What can I do? What is the zoning on this property here? And then I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I purchase the land. Then I survey the way I want to do it. And then sell for recreation land. Recreation land, you can do recreation 5 acres a lot. You don't have to do 20. People just need a piece of land to go out on the weekend for quiet, get away from the big city. And also, you buy 100 acres somewhere in North Minnesota. Here, this is an idea, and this is what I'm going to do too. You buy 100 acres up in somewhere, recreational land, less rules, less regulations. But recreation, they don't have regulation as much, right? You subdivide it into 5 acres a piece. Because up in North, you buy 100 acres, it probably cost you about $180,000, right? To $200,000. And then you sell it into 5 acres a piece. You sell for $30,000 per tract. So 100 acres, you'll be able to sell into 20 tracts. And you sell for $30,000 per tract. That is $600. So you make about almost $200,000, what? $400,000 profit. Yeah.
Who wants $400,000 profit?
Yeah, you can make about $400,000 profit for land, recreation land.
Question. So you're just purchasing like a big lot and then breaking it down with surveys and then adding it with the easement for the road, and then you're selling off each.
Yeah, you have to put a road in there so that people can access to the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the road doesn't cost that much either because you only put a gravel road. It's not a paved road, right? Just gravel, but it's a recreation land. And then you can either do only finance, or if they can pay cash. I love only finance because they pay about 20% upfront, and they pay about $200 per month. And somewhere down the line, they don't pay anymore. They forfeited the land. You get to keep the land and resell again. See that? Yeah, so you can buy this. There's a lot of land right now up north Minnesota, recreation land. And let's just, if you're looking for a way to make money on the land, recreation land, that is the best way. Buy a big piece of property, survey it, put the road in there. That's all you need to do. Just put the road in there. And you already survey, right? Then have their boundary lot line, and then sell them. And how do you do it? Just post on Facebook, your marketplace, everywhere with friends. Bamboo, yeah. Yeah, land is everywhere. You can buy land anywhere. They're all good investments. Yeah. See, I read a book by Dexter Yeager. A property, one property, two people see the land differently, right? The land have a lot of swamp area. One person only sees swamp. The guy with the imagination see nice land. Can turn the land into something better. So it's only based on us, how we want to develop the land. See, in closer here, you can buy a lot of land here too. I found a land up in Rock City. Anybody want to join me? You're welcome too. About 800 acres.
I'll join you.
Yeah, $12 million. Yeah, 780 acres. They sell for $12 million. If you divide it by per acre, it's only $15,000 per acre. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Yeah.
What's some red flags that kind of indicate the zoning won't allow you to do building on it? Let's say in Minnesota, for example, you're close to the boundary waters, which is kind of sacred. Is there any like red flags where you probably won't be able to?
Yeah, there are some areas you can't do what you want to do. That's why you need to talk to the county, the city, before you actually buy the land. Otherwise, you're going to lock into the land. So, yeah. So there's about 789 acres up in Rock City, about 1 hour drive from here. It's only sell for $12 million, $15,000 acres. If you each can own 10 acres, we can build a Hmong village there, a Hmong town there. You know that? We can create a lot of recreation down there. We can build high-rise building there. We can build manufactured building there. They already have manufactured for cows. They can feed cows. You can sell cows there too.
Are you finding your deals majority off market to make the numbers work, or have you found like on listings on the market like MLS and that?
Yeah, a lot of my deals are off the market. Yeah, and I actually drive, like Oklahoma and up here, I actually drive there. If I like the land, I actually knock on the door of the landowner. I ask if they want to sell the land and how much they ask for. Oh, let me tell you a story. I was down in Oklahoma a couple of years ago, right? I tried to find this piece of land, 160 acres, and I can't find it. So I stopped by the intersection, and I was looking at my map, and then an older guy just walked up down to my car, take a note of my license plate, and he walked over to my car and said, "What are you doing here?" And I told him, "I'm a real estate investor. I'm looking for this land. I can't find it." And then he looked at it. "Oh, the land's over there." And then, and the opposite from me, the land's opposite from me, his brother-in-law's land. And happily, the week before, I was with his brother-in-law's son and his son. We spent the whole day looking for land, looking at land. And so I said, "Well, yeah, I know the Dale's family." And how do you know the Dale family? Well, I spent the whole day with Tracy the last weekend. We look at the land. And then, "Do you know my son?" I said, "Who is your son?" "Jeremy." "Yeah, I do know Jeremy too. We spent the whole day together." And I said, "Oh, Jeremy, just pull over. Come over a bit." Right? So I put my car over there. Then I talked to him, and we were chatting, and we were just joking together. And then he said, Michael, you're so naive. I said, why is that? You know, when I came down there, I had my gun in my pockets. Yeah, I'm a gun in my pocket. You're so naive. I said, well, I'm an investor. And then I told him, well, no, that I call your son brother, I call you dad. And then I said, okay, you call me dad, I call her mom. I said, okay, mom? The mom said, yeah, son. And then he said, mom, can you go inside and bring the beer and liquor out so we're going to drink? So mom actually went inside, brings the beer and liquor so we can drink. And he said, Michael, I'm a redneck. You see here, I'm a redneck. Be careful next time. I said, it's okay, Dad. You can be red neck, blue neck, green neck, doesn't matter. We're always nice people. We're all nice people. They, yeah, I'm nice. We have the same heart. Yeah, you're going to run into people like that. Yeah. But just don't be afraid. You know, when you don't talk seriously, joke with them. Be friend with them. That's what my son said, Dad, I don't know about you, but everywhere you go, you'll always be able to talk to people. Doesn't matter where we are. Yeah.
So question, so if the property doesn't have like a house on it, how do you get that information? So say for example, there's like a 4 parcel property that's connected together.
Yeah.
It's just land.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So how would you get that information?
Oh, it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah. There is an app. Make sure you be a member of this app. It's called Honest app. Honest Map app.
Onyx?
Yeah, Onyx. You can actually tell who owns the land, how many acres, where all the boundary lines are. Yeah. And you pay about $97 a year. I think that's one of my best investments. $97 a year for a whole 50 states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one called Base Map too.
Yeah. Yeah, Honest app.
How do you spell that?
Okay, here. Yeah, ONX Hunt. Yeah, ONX Hunt. Honest Hunt. It's the app. See the land I saw up there is 789 acres. I can pretty much tell right here who's the owner. Yeah.
Does it have their contact information?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That app was originally used for hunters.
Yeah, this one they use for hunting.
Cross into other people's land.
Yeah. All the hunters they use this app.
Yeah.
But I use this app for hunt land. I don't hunt, I don't kill. So I use for hunt land. Yeah. So make sure you become a member of this app here. It's only $97 a year for 50 states. If you only do Minnesota, just pay $27 Minnesota.
Like, do you see, when it's a vacant land, do you see a better return of investment if you add or implement utilities like electric or water to it?
Yeah, if you put that in there, it's better investment. But it's going to cost you money too. Yeah.
Which one? Is it this one or that one?
Onyx and this one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Yep.
It's the red one with
So, let's say I find land, and how would I know it's a good
What is it?
How would I know it's a good deal?
If you find a land, how do you know it's a good deal?
Oh, you have to scout it. You have to look. You have to really go and walk on the land. Yeah, you have to walk on the land so you know the land, what the land is worth for. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where, because sometimes you look at some land. They have a lot of wetland, especially north, right? There's a lot of wetland in the north. So if you look at it, if you don't like it, don't buy it. The minute you like it, you have an instinct. Yeah. And then you look at geography area, look at the people in the area, who are in the area.
What are some stuff that you look for when you see land? You know, for yourself, what are some stuff that you look for? In particular?
Depend what I want the land for.
Okay.
Yeah, if I want the land for recreation land, and then I like land that have some space for people to build houses, build cabin on it, trees, if they want to get away, right? When you're flat land, open land, It's just like in town. But if I buy land for people can buy, they can do farm, then I'll do land with the open space. But Minnesota is very good for recreational land. Yeah, and it doesn't cost you as much as for open land. Land with a lot of trees doesn't cost you as much. But you can subdivide those and make more fortune on those. Cost you less. Yes, so these are the things that as you do a land development, you need to do sewer, power, waters, subdivisions, contact the builders. If you do a land development, build houses, then you need to work with the survey platform, right? Work with the developer builders, so who can build on those land. Also work with the mortgage company, title company. Yeah. But I like recreational land more because it takes less of my time. Yeah. First started, I would recommend recreational land. As you move forward, you move in the future, you do a land development because land development costs you a lot more money. Let's say buy 60 acres, when do build a house in there, what do? You got to make sure you have everything there, and you have to make sure you have retaining pond. But for recreation, buy the land, survey it, sell. That's it. No more than that.
So how do you find recreational land?
How?
Where do you find it?
How do you find it?
Yeah.
Recreation land is everywhere. Up north, doesn't matter, out of the country. Yeah, just out of the country. Good place that have rivers, have lake. Those are good. The value more. If you don't have those, it's okay because people just want to go get away on the weekend. I do that all the time when I was younger. My kid and I bought lands in Wisconsin, Minnesota, up north. We go weekend all the time when my kid was younger. I enjoy it. Oh, one time I have a 40 acre in Boston Lake, right? And during the hunting season too. So I took my family there. We were in the land and I saw the man carrying a gun and walked towards us. And he asked me, "What are you doing here?" But it's my land. Right? And then I didn't say anything. I just told him, "Next time when you come to hunt, can you call me? So I don't bring my family here." And then he finally realized that it's my land, so he just walked away. Yeah, so sometimes you see people like that. Yeah, he said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Next time you come, let me know. Call me." I gave him a phone number. He called me, so you. So, question for land development, for recreation land development.
How does that conversation go like when you call the owner and you want to take a look at the land and potentially it's good land and you want to buy it? How does that conversation look like?
Or just conversation can go anywhere. Yeah, just say, "Hey, yeah, I found your land, and are you willing to sell it? Are you in the market to sell your land? Because I saw your land, I like it. If you do, how much you ask for? Go straight to the point. Don't waste your time." Yeah.
How do you know how much to offer them for their land if you saw a land that you like?
Well, you do your own research in the area, how much land to sell for.
Do comps?
Yeah, do a comp, and then you have to sell how much they ask for. If they ask too much, you say, "Yeah, the market is only this much." If they ask low, it's good. Yeah.
What kind of land do you avoid for recreational land?
A lot of wetland. Yeah, a lot of wetland. Yeah.
So my question for you is, how, when you build a boat, you say like about $44,000, how do you build so cheap?
For too cheap?
Yeah, it sounds like very, very low in price. So
Yeah, you got to know the contractor.
so is that real numbers, the number that you put up there?
Yeah, that's a real number. That's my real number.
So you want to like, okay, this bill, you see it?
Yeah, Minnesota could be cost more. Down Oklahoma it's less. It really depends on the area.
So what do you put on the concrete and everything?
No, just gravel. I just put a gravel on it. Just
Gravel.
yeah, just gravel.
So clear all the trees and gravel.
Yeah, yeah.
have a contract with somebody that can plow it if it's like a place where it snows?
What is it?
For the easement road, do you hire out like a third party contractor to plow it every year, especially
Yeah.
during winter,
Yeah.
and you'll take that responsibility throughout the entire time of owning it?
Right. I don't do the work myself. Yeah. I usually do all the contract. The contractor do all the work. Yeah. At one time, I was thinking of buying a big bulldozer and do it myself. I said, take too much time.
Michael, how you get finance on the land?
All my land, I pay cash for it.
Oh, you can't pay cash.
Well, land you can do 30% down. The mortgage is right here. Mortgage is you can do 30% down.
You don't have a house on the land, right? A lot of banks, you know.
Yeah, my land I bought before, not recently, but before I do 30 to 40% down. Yeah, I get the land.
Or you can sell it finance. Or you just let
Yeah.
get the guy to let him survey and sell.
Yeah.
So before you resell your land, how you know that's how much worse?
Let us say you do market analysis on the area.
Do you sell?
Yeah, I do yourself. I do it myself because I'm a real estate broker. But you can get someone who can do it for you. Talk to a broker, the real estate. Yeah, they can do market analysis. Yeah.
How many agents are in the room? Agents?
Yeah, he's talk to agent. Agent can do
You
a
can do it for
comp.
free and you can let them sell the land for you.
Yeah. Or also you want to build a high-rise building, apartment complex. Some of you have an interest in doing that, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, the best thing is to own the lot, own the land. They call the site control. You have to have the site control first. Otherwise, it's harder to go to city and ask for money. But if you have a site control, it's easier. The last project that we did, we get about $12 million free money from the city, from the state. The project cost $19 million. We financed about $8 million. So who like to get free money?
$12 million.
$12 million free for 15 years. You don't have to pay back. Yeah, I don't pay back. After 15 years, everything free and clear. Yeah. Only the one that I finance myself that have to pay back. But that $12 million, we don't have to pay. Yeah. But we have to know how to move around the city staff.
So it looks like a lot of your land that you shown us here is more residential, more recreation residential.
Yeah, more recreation residential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done any like commercial properties down there, or what are your thoughts on that?
Commercial down there we did, and we did 10 acres in Tulsa. Yeah, in Tulsa we bought 10 acres. We're gonna build houses. We also built a funeral home on that 10 acres. So we're waiting for the city of Tulsa to get the approval to stamp up to build it. And that project about $1.5 million.
Michael, could you please share with us on the process, how to get like the money when you have a piece of land and how to, the process of getting money to be developed at 55 years and 55 years that you have?
Oh. Yeah, once you have the site control of the land, that you own the land, right? That's easier to go to the city and talk to them. But before you get to that point, you have to do feasibility study, marketing study, and have to have architecture design and environmental study on that piece of property too. And once you get all those done, then you can go to the city and talk to the city.
Who do you hire to study that piece of land?
We have private, I can share with you. I'll give you my cost, I can share those with you too. Yeah.
Who wants to do recreational land? My wife does. Who wants to do like actual big developments like he did? 60 units.
Yeah.
We'll probably do actual
Another session on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People seem to be.
But land is fun. Land is really fun. I love doing land.
What do you think about how to put the land? Can you set recreation?
Agriculture have to really depend on the government. Yeah, because some of the land is the registered in the agriculture, and you can touch it for 10, 20 years. You can do anything with it. So I don't buy those land. Make money in land. Let's go out there and make money in land. You don't have to take care of all the hammer, jack, all those things. You know, you don't have to take. You don't have to worry about the toilets, all the plumbing work.
Maybe one more question.
And like, when you put those off-market properties, are you using a certain documentation to write that offer, or are you just using like the state of Minnesota or the state
Uh,
of Oklahoma offer to purchase?
Yeah, I just use the regular purchase agreement.
Okay.
Yeah, and because they have the form for land or residential, so I just use those forms.
Okay.
Yeah, so make sure you put your conditions in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michael, I have experience up in rural America with lot splits.
What is it?
I have some experience in like rural America with land is split up in tracts, right? I went to these areas, it's very hard to pass the townships. Allow the townships or the county to split these lots. A lot of them kind of like old white guys that like, you step in the meeting and they say, hey, this is what I want to do. It's like, get out of here. I got a lot of those.
You have to
No's
drink,
or
you
get
have
out
to
of
drink
here.
with them.
Yeah.
So your journey is kind of like making me think of my journey in the past 3 years. I mean, like going to Missouri, to Oklahoma, up and down 35 for land. So how did you deal with that stuff? How did you overcome it? What are some?
Well, a lot of those people you just have to be friends with them. Yeah. See, a lot of places I go to, first of all I be friends with them first, and get to know them. Once I get to know them, it's easier. Once you get to know them, they're nice people. They are really nice people because the land, some of the land I sell down there, or even here, a neighbor told you another neighbor refer me to another neighbors. And then once you get to know one, you know all of them because they know each other. And they trust the people, they trust you.
A
And
lot
then,
of time, these land that are owned up there, their own generations, they got them pretty much they just go measuring, they own the land.
yeah.
So they give them for free and you offer them like 15 grand. That's big money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
And my issue has just been like going to these township meetings to get approval.
Yeah.
And they just not very supportive. Like I went to one up in Peace Township, up north of 65.
Uh-huh.
Sportsman Club, 7 o'clock, Tuesday night, pitch black. And then I showed up there suit and tie and said, no, get out of here, man.
Hey, Vaughn, thing I learned,
I'm gonna wait next 10 years until these guys pass away and I'll come back.
things I learned about working in a political way. First of all, you need to get to know those people and make them trust you first. And then you're going to ask for favor. How we did the apartment complex in here is all about politics. It's not how much skills you have. Okay? It's politics, especially when you deal with millions of dollar project. If you don't know the people down there, they don't care about you. They can talk nice to you. It's nice project. We like it. But behind your back, they scratch you out. How we got the project? Because I know all the politicians in there. So those who don't like politicians, please like them.
Do you know people in Newport well? Because I need some help over there.
Yeah,
Do you know people over there?
I do.
You do?
Yeah,
so you guys need to connect after.
yeah.
She has second row over
Okay, yeah, I do.
here.
Yeah, if you don't like politicians, please do like them and contribute to the campaign and also volunteer to the campaign. If you ever want to volunteer for a campaign, there's a couple positions that you need to be in. Don't just go there and volunteer. You gotta hold a key position in the campaign. If they win, good. If they don't, you have a friendship. You also connect with a lot of people. So you either be their campaign manager the treasurer, the site managers, all the key positions, you got to be one of those. Because because you create relationship. And that's how I've been doing for the last, 30 years? And I used my last token last couple of years ago. 30 years involved in the politics. Yeah. I started involved in politics in 1988. I'm still doing now.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so good?
I think I have one more slide, right?
Yeah. I think I pretty much. Oh, yeah. This is something you need to think about. What do we want? Why we want it? When we want it? Then how do we get it? Don't ever think that you cannot do it. Don't. Because the minute you say you cannot do it, we let everything go, right? But the minute you say, how do I make that happen? Everything click in. Because you're trying to find a way to make it work. As long as you know what you want, and as long as you know why you want that thing, and as long as you know when you want it, then you can always find a way to make it happen. If your want's not strong enough, your desire is not strong enough, you will never find a way to do it. And a lot of things that we do is a lot of sacrifice. Imagine I went to Oklahoma in 2020. My wife stayed in Minnesota. Yeah. We only check on the phone, Facebook. And I come home once in a while. But now that I sold most of my land down there, I only have 2 pieces of property left. I'm going to sell them all. And then I'll come back to focus in Minnesota here. I'm going to go up north. I'm going to go up north.
Tell us why.
Southwest?
Why?
Oh, because the global warming. Global warming. Live close to a Lake Superior, you have water. Plus, land up there cheaper.
But the green industry is coming up here, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
So, that's why I'm looking too.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
1 acre.
All right. Thank you for listening for the last hour. Thank you.
Let's do some Q&As.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Did you guys learn something? The tips about using the app, I think that's worth $25 for that tip. All right. I do have some questions, and then if you guys have more questions too, you guys can ask questions, okay? I just want to clarify a couple of things for all of you guys. So first, Michael, can you explain really what recreation land means?
Well, recreation land, the land they just buy and go spend the weekend with the getaway. It's not a lot of requirement by the state, by the county, how much you can do on the property. You can do pretty much anything. Recreation land. Because our stuff is somewhere out of the country, it's not close to the city. Yeah,
So less regulation.
Yeah, less
You
regulation.
just kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. So you could split the land up. You could buy large 100-acre recreational land, split that into the different 10s, 20s, and then sell them, right, as recreational land.
Right.
So to make it valuable, some improvements that you put are like what? Maybe if we come this way. Oh, it's so bright.
Just turn off that one.
I'm going to shut this off. All right, so we could be up here. All right, so we'll be more in the middle. All right, so what are some improvements that you do with the land? So let's say you get the 100-acre. You talk about survey. Like, what does survey mean?
Make it into pieces. Survey just make it into a piece of property. Like you want a 20 tract or 20 lot. That's how they do a survey into a lot.
Yeah, so you hire a surveyor.
Right.
They come out, then they put sticks and poles and say, this is, right?
Yeah, they put the stakes so you know where the boundaries are.
Yeah. Okay, so You hire a survey, they come out, right? We have the 100-acre, we hire a survey, they come out. How do they access the land, right?
Well,
so you talk about
yeah, access the land, but when you buy the land, make sure you can access your land. Don't buy land like, okay? Land like nobody can access, you have to fly it. Don't fly into the land. Don't use helicopter, it costs too much money. So buy land that you can access. And so you can tell your surveyor go in there, survey the land the way you want it. What I do, I do a sketch, say this is how I want it, and they just survey the way I want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
want,
then, and then you hire someone to plow and do a dirt road.
Right.
Just dirt road.
Just dirt road.
With you throw some rocks and stuff on there.
Yeah, the gravel rock.
Gravel, yeah, so that they could travel
Yeah.
and get to the land, right?
Yeah.
So just something like that. How much did that run you? 24,000, you said?
Yeah, depend how big the easement is.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure you have an easement for people to access the land, and their piece of property is not landlocked too. Yeah. And so what I did, if you have a rectangular land, you can either split the survey into the middle, so if they have a road access on both sides, on one side of the property, or just do a one side so people go in one side, but you make sure they have the road access to the land.
So having the road, that adds value to the land
Right,
now because
right.
people could access it and you can split it up.
Right, or you can make way into each lot too. You can cut some tree off, so they have a space to go into the land. That could be another plus too. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I just split the land and sell it.
And then what other typical improvements do you do on the land other than road and what are typical things that we should think of? Do we need to run electrical to it? Do we need or just the road?
It's just the road.
So just the road.
I just do the road, and I make sure that if they have electrical there, I just make sure to tell the people the buyers that they are electrical here. You can bring electrical yourself. Yeah.
And electricians could bring it, right? You
Yeah.
can hire electricians to do
You can
that.
buy. Yeah, you can have Patrick. Someone will bring the electrician there.
Yeah, Patrick, didn't you just do one? Yeah, you just did one earlier, last week or something, right?
Yeah.
For Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So see the doctors, they're going up there too to get the land.
Yeah. I love recreation land though, you know, because there's less regulations. You can do a lot more than development land close to the city. Like Vong say, if you do a close to the city, there's a lot of regulation you have to go through.
Question?
Do you notice, like, do you experience, like Goodhue County, Scott, here, well, south, it's hard to have development rights, but the more north you go, like Pine County, and even up there, development rights is a whole lot easier. That's something that I'm experiencing and learning.
Uh-huh.
Is that something you're seeing, and north would be better because there's more development opportunities versus south, or all the available land is like ag, right?
I would go north. Yeah, I would go north because down there, south, the land costs more. There are more restrictions, especially a lot of the land down south, they're registered for agriculture land.
Agriculture.
Yeah, so you can't do much with the land. Yeah.
There's more agricultural land south.
Yeah.
But if you guys go north, which is where we're going to,
Yeah.
I think there's more opportunities there. I do really think that the green plantation stuff is coming up here, so there's a need for that. And I think this is a good start if you guys want to start looking into it. You guys know Michael now, so you guys can get his information, right?
Yeah.
Any other questions? I have a few more. All right. Earlier, we kind of talked about how you find some of the deals, right? You just went and talked to people, and you use your app, and everything like that. How do you even start to look at a region? Like, okay, I'm gonna go up north. Like, how did you think to go up north, west? I mean, Minnesota's still big, so we could go west, right? West is because east is
Wisconsin, yeah.
Wisconsin's right there. So there's still land on that side.
Oh yeah,
too.
there's a lot of land on the west side though. A lot of land
So how do you
over
know
there.
which region to even to start thinking about that market?
Well, if you have to really look at the people, what people want to do. Yeah, a lot of people they want to go north. Yeah, if you on a Friday, if you travel north on 35, man, it's slow. It's called the what? Slow traffic.
Yeah.
It's not a fast traffic. It's slow traffic. Just going north. Yes, because there's a lot of lakes that they're going to lose in the Lake Superior.
So there's more things to do there.
Yeah, there's more thing up there.
Duluth's there, Superior's there, Mille Lacs is up there.
Yeah, land costs less too up there.
All right. So yeah, just research, and if you guys need help, talk to a realtor, right? There's a few realtors here in the room. If the realtors don't know land stuff, he's a broker. You could talk to Michael. I'm also an agent, so you guys could message me too.
Yeah, and the comprehensive plan on 35 all the way to Duluth, they're going to develop on 35.
Yep.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, you can ask your the county. Every county have a comprehensive plan. So all the city will submit the plan to the county. The county will have the comprehensive plan, the layout, which area they're going to do at what time, for what type of activities on that property.
Yeah, I think they're like 25 years in advance or something. So.
What did you say, every county has what?
Comprehensive plan. Yeah. So metro part of the metro have with 7 counties, right? They have a book.
Yeah, so every single county has a comprehensive, in California we call it the master plan, of all the regions that they're going to develop.
Yeah, at what time?
And when and stuff. Usually they're I think 20 years ahead already. So, you could just look at what they want to develop and buy land.
Yeah, started by land that area.
Yeah. I think some county might charge a little bit, but just pay for it.
Yeah, something.
I think Ramsey's free. And I think Anoka is free.
Yeah.
You guys didn't know that? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of free information for the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes county have land that they auction out too. People don't pay taxes, don't pay the property tax, right? So they auction those land out, they just want the property tax.
Let me add something on Michael's saying. When you go to north, let's say they have some land that belongs to the auction. All you need to pay for the wood, tree. You pay for the tree, and then that's a down payment. And then you pay for the land as a finance, they'll finance you. And with the refund, they make you pay the tree because sometimes people harvest the tree and they let the land flat and so they make you pay for the tree first. If you don't pay again, then belong to somebody after you cut tree.
Yeah, I get a lot of email about counties auction land out. So you can buy those land too.
Yeah, go to the county website. You usually could sign up to be part of the email list. Yeah.
How do you find
The buyer?
Right here.
Yeah. So bio is what I do. I post it on Facebook, a lot of marketplace. Yeah. And then just send it to your friends. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, so use the same skills that you're doing, bro. Go get the land, get under contract, and send it to your buyer's list. I'm pretty sure people are going to start buying.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure I'm on your buyer list. All right. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so land development is something that it's a very niche. I think there's less people that are doing it. I only know a few, and Michael's one of the best that I know that has been doing this, making a lot more money. My wife wants to get in it, and so she's been land crazy, and I think we'll start doing a couple of land deals as well. It's because we're developing, doing new construction, right, and eventually we need to move out of St. Paul. So if you guys want, how do people get a hold of you, Michael?
Facebook, message, text. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't put your phone number on?
My number is 612. Yeah, 759 2379. My number is all over the place. So.
Just search Michael Cherwayia
Yeah.
Thao.
612-759-2379. You search me on the internet, I'm all over the place.
Oh my gosh, Michael, I know you a long time ago.
Yeah,
This is Yin, I used to own Prosperity.
right. Right, I own the
Yeah,
property.
you know everybody.
No.
You lost track with a
Oh
lot.
my gosh, I know.
See, the same number. Same number, I never change my number.
He hasn't changed number in
I
30
haven't changed.
years.
People say they can call me and say, you lie because my number is the same. I never change my number.
All right, with that, let's do a photo first before we give Michael a round of applause. So if you guys can we'll turn around, and then if you guys look at us,
Look at this.
be more excited because do your hand sign, your gang, whatever gang you belong to. You know?
You did the love sign.
All right, ready over here? 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, so with that, thank you, Michael. Give him a round of applause, guys.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate the night.